Student, I am starting your lecture number 7 for field effect transistor amplifier. Last time, after the last lecture, we have discussed about common source amplifier. There are three different configuration of field effect transistor: common source, common drain, and common gate amplifier. So we have discussed already common source amplifier. Today we will discuss common drain amplifier. So look here, I am starting your topic common drain amplifier. Common drain amplifier. Common drain field effect transistors amplifier. It is also known as a source follower. Maximum students are used to speak source follower, but it is nothing but the common drain amplifier. Before drawing the circuit, see what does common drain means. Just I am showing you, it's a p-type FET. This is a p-type FET. This is the input. I am keeping drain common. So drain is common between input and output. This is your ground. Here I am giving you supply voltage plus VDD, generally we are writing. So for a common drain amplifier, you can see the drain is common between input and output, and you are taking the output from the source lead. I use the word source lead. From this you are taking the output. From this you are taking the output for a common drain amplifier. And drain is common between input and output. So same circuit I am drawing in another way. See, same circuit. Generally you can find such circuit in this shape. So I am showing you what is the way generally they are showing you. This is called source. This is your drain. Okay, and here is the output you are taking. This too is the same circuit. This too is the same circuit. Remember, sir, why? You may have guessed why. Look here. Drain is common between input and output. And output you are taking from the source lead. Same thing I am doing. I am taking the output from the source lead. This capacitor and this is the same positions. Okay. Here this is a plus. So I will connect here plus. I will connect here the plus. That is called ground. Here is your negative. Negative, so I can write here minus. This is negative, so I am giving minus. So this two is our same circuit. Generally in your anywhere in any book they are showing you such circuit. It is a source follower or it is a common drain amplifier. So remember, whenever you take the output from the source resistor, I use a word. Source resistor, this means whenever you take the output from the resistor connected in a source terminal, then it is called common drain amplifier or it is called source follower. Generally you know this, drain is common between input and output is called common drain, yes, and second you are taking the output from the source. So same things I am showing you another way. Another way I am drawing the circuit like this. This is a plus, so this is a plus connection. This is a minus of the battery, here minus, and you are taking the output from this, so I am taking the output from this. So these two are the same circuit, so do not get confusion if I draw the circuit in this way. Now I am starting the common drain FET amplifier discussion. This is just to explain you about the drawing of the circuit. Now common drain amplifier, just I am making it tighter for your awareness. or it is called source follower. Source follower. The circuit diagram of a common drain amplifier is shown in the figure. Here I have used a P channel. This is your drain, this is a source, and this is resistors RS. This is your coupling capacitor. This is your output voltage. This is your RG. These are input coupling capacitors. This is your resistance of the signal source. This is signal Vs. This is your input. These is also called input. This is your coupling capacitor, and here is your, as we have discussed, minus VDD. So this is your circuit diagram of a common drain amplifier, or it is known as a source follower. Already I told you, remember, in a common drain amplifier, you are taking the output voltage from the resistor connected in a source lead of the transistor. Now look here. Let us see the property of this circuit. I want to discuss the property. What are the property or characteristics of this circuit? First property, the output voltage at the source. So voltage at source always follows the input voltage, always follows the input voltage. Listen the word. The voltage at the source always follows this voltage. Voltage at the source follows input voltage. This voltage always follows the input voltage. Due to this reason, this circuit is called source follower. Why this circuit is called source follower? The reason is that this voltage, this output voltage, always follow the input voltage. Due to this reason, source follows the input. Due to this reason, this is called source follower. Second, voltage gain is always less than 1. Just we'll do in analysis, we'll show that voltage gain is always less than 1. Third, there is a zero phase shift. There is a zero phase shift between input and output voltage signal. There is how much phase shift? Zero phase shift. Zero means what? If this is your input, your output is like this. So there is a no phase shift between input and output signal. Phase shift between these two signals is always zero. This is your input voltage, this is your output voltage. So there is a zero phase shift between these two. Fourth, input resistance. Input resistance is very large, very large. Input resistance between these two terminals is very large. Input resistance between these two terminals is very large. Fifth, output resistance is very low. Output resistance is very low. Input is large, input resistance is large. Remember this word. Input resistance of this circuit is very large, output resistance is very low. Due to this reason, see the now application. Due to this reason, this circuit is used impedance impedance matching device. Due to this reason, this circuit is used as an impedance matching device. So what is impedance matching device? Already we have discussed in a last semester, but even though after completing this topic, I'll discuss what is the impedance matching device. So first characteristics, voltage at the source follow the input voltage, so it is called voltage at the source follow the input voltage, so it is called source follower. Second, voltage gain of the circuit is less than 1. Third is nothing but the zero phase shift between these two voltage signal, input and output voltage signal having a zero phase shift. Fourth, input resistance is very large. Fifth, output resistance is very low. What the application? Application is this circuit is used as an impedance matching device because input resistance is large and output resistance is low. Now, let us do this analysis. Now we will discuss analysis. I am drawing the current source equivalent circuit. So look carefully what the way we are drawing. This section I am showing you. This section I am showing you here first. This is your resistance of the input signal. This is your Vs. This coupling capacitor offer a very low reactance at the signal at which you are operating this circuit. These offer very low reactance, so this does not affect the input. So I am neglecting here. So I am connecting. This is your Vi, and this is your gate. Now this does not affect because this is very large. If this is not large, then I have to include here because that affect your signal. This is very large, so I am not considering in the equivalent circuit. So I am not considering here. This gate I have shown here. This portion is this device work as a current source. This FAT work as a current source that I am showing you. This is your current source circuit, GM into VGS. This is your RS I am showing you, and this is your coupling saver that we will remove later on. This is output voltage VO. This is your VO. This is a source terminal. This is your drain terminal. Okay, this is your VO. This is this, and between this I can show VGS. Look here, gate and source. So VGS I am showing you here. This is output voltage. You can say clearly. Carefully look here. This VS I am showing here. This RS I am showing here. This input I am showing here. This is I am not showing in because this does not affect your signal. These are also I am not showing because this is very large we have taken. Sir, if we have not taken very large, then this you have to include in the circuit. This is your VGS, this is a gate and source. This VGS, this is your so that VGS between these two I am showing here. This is your current source that I am showing here. This is RS that I am showing here. You can see here carefully. For the current source already we know that is resistance is always shown. Is resistance is always shown is always shown in what? Parallel. This is your RD. And this, look here carefully. This I am showing you by this way and this way. So this is replaced by current source and its own resistance RD. Now this is your drain terminal. So drain is connected to minus VCC. So here from minus it is connected to the ground. So this I am showing you. This I am showing you. Minus, this is a minus power supply and connecting to ground. See, this is a jumping and ground. So you understand this line what I am showing you here. This your terminal minus, minus is here, see minus sign is connected to here, some minus, and plus is connected here, you know. This is a minus and plus. So it is, battery does not have any resistance, so I am not showing you the battery here. Otherwise if you want to see the battery, then I can show the battery here. This is a negative, this is a plus, this is a VDD. So negative is connected to the drain and plus is connected, minus is connected here. This minus have connected here. This plus is connected here. So this does not have any resistance. Power supply does not have any resistance. So I am neglecting that. So that does not affect. So I am neglecting this. So instead of that, I am showing you simple short circuit. So this is your equivalent circuit for a common drain amplifier. And again we are adding the coupling capacitors offer very low reactance. So I am neglecting this coupling capacitor from the equivalent circuit. So I am neglecting coupling capacitor. So resultant circuit is as shown in figure. This is your circuit diagram, equivalent circuit of a common drain amplifier. Or it is called source follower. From this circuit you can say Vi is equal to VGS plus VO. What is called? This voltage, input voltage is what? VGS plus VO. You can see clearly this Vi is what? VGS plus VO. So clearly this indicates output voltage is always less than the input voltage. VO is equal to Vi minus VGS. So output voltage is less than the input voltage. Similarly you can say voltage gain is less than 1. What is voltage gain? Output voltage upon input voltage. If output voltage is less than the input voltage, so voltage gain is always less than 1 from the circuit. Now again this circuit, look here, this portion I am showing you flip in this direction, this portion I am making a flip in this direction. Look here, this I am connecting with, this is connected here. So I am connecting here, means this and these two are parallel. This is one terminal, is common to both. This is another terminal is connected here. So this I am showing you what? Another way. Look here, what the way I am showing you. This is your Vi. This is your gate. This is a source. This is a source, and this is GMVGS. This is your RD. This is RS, and here you have taken output voltage. This is your drain. I think you understand. Look here, in a previous, this drain I am showing here because it is connected here. This drain I am connecting here. Drain I am connecting here. Look here. So that same I am showing you in a Say drain I am connecting at this point. Okay, drain I am connecting. This is a source. So this source I am connecting to this point, because now you can understand from the circuit. This voltage I am writing VGS. Now first we will derive. We remember Vi is nothing but the VGS plus VO written. Let us derive the equation of voltage gain. So first derivation I am discussing voltage gain. AV. Look here, from this circuit I can say output voltage is current multiplied by RD plus RS. You can say, if you don't understand, I can draw it again. This is your current source, and this is a parallel combination of these two, I can say. So I can easily, from this you can write also this, or directly you can write. They are all of the same. Now look here. VO is equal to GM. What is VGS? From this equation I can write. From this equation, from this I can write VGS. From this equation I can write, see, look, VGS. I put the VGS value here. I put the value of VGS here. So you can write VGS is nothing but the VGS is nothing but the VI minus VO. From this I can write VGS is, from this I can write VI minus VO. Put this value here. If I put this value here, Vi minus Vo into RDRS upon RD plus RS. So Vo is equal to Vi minus Vo GMRD RS upon RD plus RS. So I can write Vo is equal to Vi minus Vo GM into RD is called mu RS upon RD plus RS. So I will take this on another side, so I can write Vo is equal to Vo into mu RS upon RD plus RS plus Vi into mu RS upon RD plus RS. So Vo you take on this side. So Vo I have taken on the other side, Vo mu RS upon RD plus RS is equal to Vi mu RS upon RD plus RS. So I am taking this is common, 1 plus mu RS upon RD plus RS. This is the input voltage, mu RS upon RD plus RS. So Vo upon Vi, it is called voltage gain, mu RS upon RD plus RS plus mu RS. It's very easy, you can do this. Now, what the voltage gain you can write? Mu is nothing but the GM into RD into RS. What the voltage gain you can write? This mu is what? GM into RD into RS upon RD plus RS plus GMRD into RS. So here I put mu is nothing but the GM into RD. Here mu is nothing but the GM into RD. So this value of mu I have taken from this value I have taken from, so I will get this equation. Now GMRS, you divide the numerator and denominator by RD, so you will get this equation. But you are dividing this by RD, this also by RD. So if you divide this term by RD, so GMRS is left. Divide by RD here, 1 divide by RD, RS by RD. Now, if I am writing, take care what I am writing. If RS is greater than, if RD is too much greater than RS, then RS upon RD tends to 0. So I can neglect this in short. If this value is very large compared to this, then this term I can neglect, or I can say tends to 0. As a result, I can neglect. So equation of the voltage gain I can write GMRS upon 1 plus GMRS. So look here. What the condition, or what the condition you have kept? If RD is too much greater than RS, then RS upon RD tends to 0. So voltage gain you can write GMRS upon 1 plus GMRS. What does it mean? Voltage gain is always less than 1. Voltage gain is always less than 1. Suppose you are doing an experiment. From this you have to take care. Suppose you are doing an experiment of a common drain amplifier or source power, or you can say source power. If you are getting output is more than the input, immediately see that some mistake is there. Output is always less than the input. Output is always less than the input. I think you get the points. Now, second I want to discuss is output resistance. Output resistance. The output resistance of this amplifier can be found by making a independent input signal equal to 0. Listen the word. The output resistance of this amplifier can be found, can be calculated, or can be found by making a input signal to 0. Means I have to make this signal to 0. This is to be kept 0. You can find the output resistance by making this signal to 0. This signal to 0 means this is to be connected to the ground. This terminal is to be connected to the ground. Look, listen again. So this is 0. If this is 0, so VGS plus VO is equal to 0. Listen again. The output resistance can be found by making a independent input signal equal to 0. As a result, the equivalent circuit will be changed. Look here, what the way you can see the equivalent circuit. So I am showing you equivalent circuit.
I'm on it.
Equivalent circuit will be shown like this. This is the equivalent circuit. Vi 0. Okay. This is your GMVGS, and here is your return RS parallel RD. This is your output voltage, and this is your output current. Okay. So from this circuit I can say, VO is equal to IO minus GM into VO into RD parallel RS. Look here. In this I am putting VI 0 means VGS plus VO is 0. VI is equal to 0 means VGS plus. This implies VGS is equal to minus VO. So this I am putting here. So this you can write minus GM into VO. This is nothing but you can write in this way. So what is the current flowing in this section? Current flowing in this section is nothing but the total current minus this current. Means total current minus this current is what? This current. So that I have written. Now, so from this I can find what is the voltage? This current is flowing here. So remaining current will flow here. How much current is flowing? GM VGS, GM VO. Already minus is considered. So don't put again minus sign here. So current, this current minus the current flowing in this section I have taken. And how much current is flowing in this section? GM VO. And I can write multiply by this resistance. So I can write VO is equal to IO RD upon RD plus R. This is a very simplification I am doing, nothing else. GM RD into VO into RS upon RD plus RS. This is a VO plus this I am taking on this side. This term I am taking on this side, and this is your mu I am putting. Well, that does not matter if you do not want to put. GM RD RS into VU upon RD plus RS is equal to IO RDRS upon RD plus RS. So VO you can into bracket 1 plus GM RDRS upon RD plus RS is equal to IO RDRS upon RD plus RS. So VO upon IO is called output resistance. Is called output. So let us write this value VO upon IO. VO upon IO you can write. VO upon IO is output resistance. So you can see here RDRS upon you can write RD plus RS plus GM RDRS. Same thing you can write RO is equal to RS upon 1 plus RS by RD plus GMRS. So what I did, I divide this term by small rd. This term is also by small rd. If you divide this by rd, you will get only RS. If you divide by rd, 1 RS by rd, 1 rd is cancelled, you will get this. Now, same we will take if rd is too much greater than RS, then RS by rd tends to 0, or you can say this term can be neglected. So I can write RO is equal to RS upon 1 plus GM into RS. If I take this, can be also written as 1 upon RS upon GMRS, or this can be written as 1 upon GM. This indicates that value of output resistance output resistance is very less. So remember this equation for numerical. What is RO? Output RS upon 1 plus GMRS. I can write this in this way also. I can write RO is also by 1 by GM. So this equation indicate that your output resistance of the common drain is very, very low. In a previous we have proved that voltage gain is less than 1, output resistance is nothing but you can say it's very less. Now let us find out the input resistance. The input resistance. Input resistance. The input resistance you can say, the input resistance of the common drain amplifier is determined by the RG. The input resistance is nothing but the resistance between the input and ground. So you can see in a circuit, the input resistance is this, between gate and what? Ground. So I can write in a input resistance of the circuit is Ri. Ri is equal to Rg. Look, 1 minute. Suppose somebody is asking you what the effective output resistance. Effective output resistance is nothing but the RO parallel RS. This I am giving you for 1 mark also. Effective output resistance, because here what the effective output, here output resistance is RO dash you written RO. So RO is parallel to RS, that is your effective output resistance. So remember, the effective output resistance is nothing but the, you can say, RO parallel RS. Now we are discussing for the input resistance. The input resistance of the common drain amplifier is determined by Rg. So I am writing Ri is equal to Rg. Now we already know that the for a common drain amplifier, for any amplifier circuit, input resistance should be very large. You know this. For any amplifier circuit, input resistance should be very large. You know this. So you want to increase the input resistance. The input resistance of the circuit can be increased with the help of bootstrapping principle. The input resistance of the above circuit or common drain circuit can be increased by bootstrapping principle. In a bootstrapping principle, you can see here, the fraction of the output is given to the input the fraction of the output you have given to the input. This is the source, this is your drain, this is output. Already know the fraction of output in a SY you discussed. This is your VI. This is an example of the current and feedback. So some output is given to the input. Okay. Input you have given. As a result, the effective input impedance Ri dash is given by Rg upon 1 minus, you are giving Rb upon Ra plus Rb into Av. And here you are keeping Rb is too much greater than Ra. In short, you must be knowing Rb plus Ra is nothing but the Rs. RS is what? Previous circuit. Source resistance, meaning resistor is connected in a series, resistor connected in a source terminal. So fraction of the output you are giving back to the input, that is called feedback. This is called feedback. As you give the feedback, its input resistance increases, and increasing input resistance is given by this equation. Now look here. See, this is too much higher than this, so this can be written like this. This can be written in this way: Rg upon 1 minus Av. Because this is very small, so Rb upon Rb upon Rb is 1, or you can write Rb upon Rs is higher than Rb. This is very small, so I can say this is nearly very less, so nearly to 1.98 or like so. So this value is 0.95 or like so. So this equation can be written in this way. So effective input is given by Rg upon 1 minus Av. Now Av is, it is less than 1. Suppose Av is, just to explain you I am bringing, suppose let Av is 0.9, then immediately input resistance is nothing but becomes how much? 10 times of Rg. This is a 1 mega ohm. So effective by, suppose this is your 1 mega ohm. So by applying such way bootstrapping principle, your effective input resistance becomes how much? 10 into Rg, means 10 mega ohms. So this is called bootstrapping principle. In this way, you can increase your input resistance. Okay. You can select the value of Ra and Rb. That we will see in a one numerical how you can select. So this is called bootstrapping principle, in which some part of the output is given back to the input and effective resistance is given by, you have studied in the last semester, or we'll discuss in a one topic, the input resistance due to feedback is given by Ri upon 1 minus Kev, that we will discuss. So this is with the help of this I am keeping here, and this is nearly 1.9 or 0.98, so I am this portion neglecting. Or Av is very less, so just less than 1, so 1 minus 0.95 it is always, or 1 minus 0.9, so it is very large compared to Rg. In this way you can, this is one, just to explain you have taken, if Av is 0.9, then how much time your input resistance increases? 10 times. So this is a benefit of bootstrapping principle, so you can increase your input resistance. Now let us discuss about the input capacitance. The input capacitance, you remember the what equation only. I am not doing this derivation. With the Miller effect you can do the input capacitance is given by CGD plus 1 minus AV into CGS. This is less than 1, so your input capacitance decreases. The input capacitance decreases. Actually input capacitance is nothing but the sum of the CGD plus CGS, but this is less than 1, so you can write input capacitance decreases. Remember, input capacitance Ci, the equation of the input capacitance for a source or common drain is given by CGD plus 1 minus AV into CGS. Here gain is less than 1. Gain is less than 1. Here voltage gain is less than 1. So your input capacitance is reduced. Remember this. Last I will discuss about output capacitance. The equation of the output capacitor CO is nothing but the CDS plus CGS into 1 minus AV upon AV. The input capacity is given by this, output capacity is given by CDS plus CGS into 1 minus AV upon AV. If AV is less than 1, or tends to what you can say nearly 1, so output capacity is also reduced. Output capacity is also reduced due to feedback voltage. Due to which voltage? Feedback voltage. Here is your end of the analysis of the source follower, or it is called common drain amplifier. Now I am taking an extra topic to explain you what is impedance matching device. Is very useful. What does impedance matching device, and how, if the impedance is not matched, then what is the effect that I am discussing? Look carefully. I am discussing for, remember, impedance matching device or impedance matching circuit, or it is called circuit. Just now in the beginning we have discussed source follower or common drain can be used as a impedance matching device or impedance matching circuit. So what does impedance match? How? What is the benefit that I am discussing with some data? Suppose this is your some signal you are giving. Signal you are giving is nothing but the 20 millivolts, suppose. You want to give this signal to this some circuit. I am showing you some circuit here. Here circuit number 1 I am writing. Circuit 1 I am giving you. And this circuit has some resistance Ri I am writing. To explain you, just to explain you I am writing, this is your 500 ohm. And this Roche resistance is also 500 ohm. I want to give 20 millivolt to this circuit 1. I want to give how much millivolt? 20 millivolt to this circuit number 1. This is your terminal number 1. This is terminal 1. This is 1 minus. Let me write 2 here. So 2 minus. So what I did? I have set, I have adjusted this meter. This value is how much? 20 millivolt. And this I want to give here. So I am connecting now. See what will happen. Look here carefully. I am connecting here. So if I connect here, so your circuit is like this. Look here. This is RS. How much you have kept? 20 millivolt. And this is 500 ohm input resistance of this circuit 1. I am connecting to the circuit 1. This is your input voltage Vi. This is your signal you have connected. Actually, how much you want to keep? This Vi you want to keep how much? 20 millivolt. This Vi for this circuit you want to keep. This Vi you want to give here how much? 20. So what I did? With some source, I have adjusted how much voltage? 20 millivolt. I know what the resistance of this source. How much I have written? 500. What the resistance of this circuit I have written? 500 ohm. Suppose I am telling. What will happen? Look here. What will be this Vi? Can you get this Vi? How much you have to adjust? 20. Can you get the Vi is 20? Look here. From this circuit I can write Vi is equal to Vs into Ri upon Rs plus Ri. You know voltage distribution law. This Vi is nothing but the applied voltage into this resistance upon total resistance. Look here. What is this Vi is equal to? Applied voltage into this resistance upon total resistance. Look how much, calculate now. So I am calculating this. Vi is equal to, what the Vs? 20 millivolt. How much? 20. What is Ri? 500. What is Rs plus? This is your 500. This is your 500. How much it become? 1000. So you will get nearly about 10 millivolt. How much actually you want to give? You want to give how much? 20. To give the 20, what you have adjusted? 20 here. So as you, before connecting these two, how much you have adjusted? 20. So when you connect these two, when I connect these two, this 20 will not come to here, 20. It become how much? 10. So voltage is reduced. This is known as a loading effect. This is called loading effect. So why this actually how much you want to give here? 20. So how much you have adjusted? 20. Before connecting you have adjusted 20. Now as you make the connection here, see, as you make the connection, this 20 does not appear here. Instead of 20, how much is appear? 10. Due to this resistance is very low compared to this. This resistance is very low compared to this. Due to this reason, this load the what input signal. This circuit load the input signal, so your voltage is reduced here. This is called loading effect. Now you decide. So I do not want loading effect. If you do not want loading effect, then this should be large according to this formula I can show you. I can write Vi is equal to Vs upon Rs upon Ri plus 1. From this I can write this. From this you can write this divided by Ri. Now, suppose this Ri. Suppose this Ri is very large. Suppose this Ri is very large. This Ri is very large. What is this Ri? Ri you know. What is the Ri? Suppose this your, again I am showing you, this Rs that you have taken 500 ohm. This signal you have taken how much? 20 millivolt. And you are connecting now the circuit 1. This is the circuit 1. And this circuit has this Ri, suppose you are taking 10 mega ohm, very large, means Ri is too much larger than Rs. Then what will happen? Look, Vi is equal to Vs upon Rs upon Ri plus 1. So this your Vs is 20 millivolt. This is what? Tends to 0. Sir, why? Ri is too much larger than Rs. If Ri is too much larger than Rs, then Rs upon Ri tends to 0. So you will not get any loading effect. So when you connect this circuit to the circuit number 1, this is Ri is what? Very large. This is a 20 millivolt. This is you want to give the Vi. So this is your Vi. This is your Vs. So this Vi will be nothing but the how much it will be, you can say it is 20 millivolt. This Vi will be how much? 20 millivolt. Why? What the reason? Ri is very large compared to previous one. In previous RI I have taken 500 ohm. Here RI, how much I have taken? 10 mega ohm. If the input resistance of any circuit is very large, you will not get any loss of the voltage. In a previous case, see the voltage is reduced and becomes how much? 10 millivolt here due to this input resistance. If input resistance is very large, then you will get same millivolt here. So conclusion is that if your circuit input resistance is very large, you will not face the loading effect. You will not get any loading effect. Now suppose some circuit does not have very high input resistance. So what I will do? Suppose this is your one circuit whose input resistance is circuit number 1, whose input resistance is very low. Suppose this Ri I am taking 500, but I want to give the signal. I want to give the signal of 20 millivolt. I cannot connect this point to this point. I cannot connect like this. So why? If you connect this, your voltage you will not get here 20. This voltage Vi, you want to get 20 millivolt. But if you connect this, you will not get the 20. So what I have to do? I have to connect between these two. One circuit such a way that whose input resistance is very large. So I will connect one circuit having a Ri large and Ro low. So it is nothing but the common drain amplifier, or it is nothing but the source follower I have to connect. Source follower. So source follower has a input resistance is very, very large. So we know that source follower very, very large. If you connect here, you will get 20 millivolt here only. And this output is, we know that for the source follower, output follow the input. So this voltage is approximately 19.5 millivolt. And that 19.5 millivolt you can connect here. So this resistance is 500 ohm. This resistance is very low. If this resistance we have discussed, source polarization, output resistance is very low. So there is no loading effect. So you can match the impedance between these two circuits with the help of source follower. So this is called impedance matching device. So remember, whenever some mismatch of the impedance, then you between the two stages there is a no matching of the impedance, you can use such a impedance matching device, or it is called source follower circuit. So source follower can be used to match the impedance between this and this circuit. Source follower can be used to impedance between this signal and this circuit 1. So there is no loss of the signal. In a previous case, you have seen that here voltage is reduced. Instead of 20 it becomes 10. Now we have seen if this input impedance is very large, you will get the 20 itself here. So but the circuit does not have input impedance very large. So what I have to do? I have to use another circuit. That circuit is called source follower between the source and this circuit 1. So if you use this between these two, between the circuit and source, if you use this what common drain amplifier or source follower, then this signal can be easily transferred to the circuit number 1. So therefore this is called impedance matching device. If you have doubt on the impedance matching device, we'll discuss on a Google Meet. Okay. Here is the end of my lecture. Thank you.